Peace and blessings, fam. Thank you so much for tuning back in with my channel. Welcome to West Coast Finest. Please subscribe so that you can see all my new videos as I upload new videos every single week. So yes, today this is my client's hair situation. As you can see, she has some nice thick hair, and I am going to do what? Give her a beautiful curly sew-in weave today. Yes, I'm going to show you how I use my new edge protection method. Yes, as you can see, she does have some nice healthy hair. However, around her edges, that's where she has some thinning and some hair loss. So yes, I am going to show you how I use my new edge protection to protect her hair, and this is something that you can use as well to protect your hair from any further damage. As you can see here, her edges are very thin and she does have some hair loss around that hairline. The rest of her hair is nice and healthy and it's thick. So she's been coming for quite some time now. So as you can see here, I have already moisturized her hair with our G&G hair growth butter, which yes, has many essential oils to promote hair growth. Yes, flaxseed is one of the ingredients that is incorporated in our G&G hair growth butter, and flaxseed has so many beneficial for your hair growth. Yes, there are many benefits to using flaxseed for hair growth, and I will get into that a little later. However, I am showing you this braid pattern because this is a healthy braid pattern for anyone who has thin edges, damaged edges, or bald edges. Yes, you want to reduce as much tension around those edges as possible. So as you can see, I braided those edges going down, and then I braided the middle of her hair going back. This is a healthy braid pattern for her hair to reduce the tension and the stress around the edges, as well as providing a nice flat look for this beautiful curly style that she is going to receive. So here you can see I'm just crocheting the ends of the last braid in. I do not sew the ends of the braid down. It is so much easier when you are taking your hair down to just use a crochet and crochet that braid in and out throughout the other braids. So yes, this is the method. Here, as you can see, I am applying the weaving net around her edges into the front part of her hair. This is going to protect her hair. Yes, we want to protect her hair from any additional hair loss. There are many different hair nets that you can use, and with this style I'm using a stronger net. Sometimes you can use a lighter net depending on the style that you're going to use and how much protection you are trying to give the client. So as you notice, with this net, I have placed it in the areas where she have hair loss. As you can see, it's past this perimeter braid right here. The net is coming over that. Why? Because that is the area that she has hair loss. Look at that. That's about an inch away from her natural hairline. And I want to make sure that this style is nice and full, that it's covering her hairline, that it doesn't set so far back. And this is the hair that we're going to be using. It is some curly Milky Way hair. The color is 1B, and it's the shortcut series. It's the Tide Water Wave. Yes, and it comes with 3 pieces. So as you can see here, I'm going to start my sewing process and making sure that the hair is coming over that perimeter braid. When I say hair coming over, that just means I am sewing the hair on the net that is past her hairline. So please watch the process. This is super important to making sure that there are no hair loss areas going to be shown. We want the style to look as natural as possible, and I am going to continue sewing and making sure that this is nice and full on her edges and in the front where she has hair loss. As you can see, this is reducing any tension on her edges because I am only sewing on the net. As you can see here, I'm only sewing on the net, and once the net is sewn down and the hair is sewn to that braid, it will not flap, it will not move, and it will be stable. So again, continue to watch the process and see how this beautiful style is created, and you can use this method for hair loss, thin hair, damaged hair, thin edges, bald edges. This method can be used for so many different benefits. And again, that flaxseed oil that's in our G&G hair growth butter will strengthen and nourish those edges while she has this protective style in. So if you haven't gotten your order in for our G&G hair growth butter or our hair growth oil, please get your order in today. Our prices are very affordable. Our small jars are only $10. Our large jars are $20. And our hair growth oil is only what? $15. So yes, tap the link in the description below to get your order in today. And look how I am sewing. Look how I am sewing on that net. And this is going to give her that added hair in the front to give her the fullness that she wants for this beautiful style. So again, continue to keep watching the process, and I'll be back to give you more detailed tips. Okay, family, so as you can see here, I am almost at the top. I am halfway done, and as you can see, I am sewing in a U shape. I'm going from one side all the way around to the other side in a U shape, and I am making sure that I am putting a small gap in between each track, meaning each section of weft hair as I go around. This is going to give her the fullness that she wants, but as well as making the hair fall so that every part is covered. Yes, this is an essential part of making sure that you fill in all areas. You don't want the tracks or the wefts to be right on top of each other. That is going to put too much tension and too much stress on the hair, as well as being too bulky and too wiggy looking. So you definitely want to make sure that you are spacing some of the wefts. Now, as you can see here, I want to show you how I am sewing on the edges where she has no hair. This is the area where she has hair loss. However, I am making sure that I am sewing only on that net to give her fullness in the front. So please take note of how I am doing this process. It is very essential to make sure that the front is covered and that it goes past the hairline so that it will be nice and full and that the style doesn't sit too far back off of her forehead. You don't want that because it's not going to look natural. You want to create this natural hairline for her, since she does have hair loss around her edges and that it's very thin. You don't want to sew on her natural hair, only on the neck. So again, please take note and continue to watch the process, and I'll come back to show you more detailed and give you more tips on what to do next. Okay, family, so as you can see here, I have started going around the front part of her hair. This is where the fullness is really going to come in at. And I am going to just go around in a complete circle to fill in the front to make sure that the front is full. So please watch this part. I am sewing around the front part of her forehead, and instead of doing that U shape, now I'm going to sew in a complete circle. As you can see, I am bringing that hair all the way around the front and in a complete circle. And this is going to give her the fullness that she needs in the front. And she is not going to have a scalp part. So a scalp part is where you are able to see the scalp. This style, because it's going to be so full in the front, she's going to be able to split it wherever she wants, but there is no scalp part here. So again, continue to watch how I go around in the circle, and then I'm going to show you my handmade closure method. Yes, if you've been doing hair for a long time, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say a handmade closure. And that's the closure that you put right at the very top to close the style off. So continue to keep watching and you will see how I complete this beautiful style. I love these curls. Look how beautiful these curls or these waves are coming out. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is the exact length that she wanted. And here it is. This is my handmade closure. Yes, I do not use any glue with my handmade closures. I actually sew them myself and I make it to the size of the hole or the gap that's left right at the crown of your head. So this is called a handmade crown closure. And here it is. I am putting it right there at the top. That's going to close off the crown of this style. And this is what's going to help make it look so natural at the top. You will not be able to see any thinness or anything. It's going to be nice and full and it fits perfect. So here I am getting ready to sew it down, and please continue to watch so you can see how this beautiful style was accomplished. Okay, family, so here it is. This is the completed style. Oh my gosh, look how full this is. She has fullness all the way around. Again, this is color 1B, and it is the wavy style. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look how it falls down on her shoulders. It's not too long, it's not too short. The curl pattern held its pattern, meaning it did not lose the pattern. It is curly. She will not have much maintenance. All she has to do is put her net on, her satin bonnet, and this style is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, she has fullness in the front. It is closed off at the top. Look at that closure up there. That makes the style look a lot more natural. And she is absolutely satisfied, and so am I. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the bell so that you do not miss any of my new videos, and please subscribe. Thanks so much for supporting my channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks. Stay safe and stay blessed. Welcome back to my channel, West Coast Finest, bringing you valuable and quality content with every single video. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful salt and pepper passion twists with a side cornrow braid style. Absolutely gorgeous. Very easy install.